Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is really hard to take you seriously this morning.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, you're looking a little
Turkish?
more like a turkey than usual.
Gobble, gobble. And you look like an astronaut.
I do look like an astronaut. That is because I am an astronaut. We are no longer Ashley and Noah. We are Miss Turkey.
Yeah, Miss Turkey.
Gobbles.
Miss Gobbles.
Cute.
I like it.
And I am an astronaut.
Beautiful.
I couldn't think of a name.
Neil Armstrong.
I am Neil Armstrong. Welcome to the Monday Morning Show. We are your hosts disguised as something else today because this week is pretty exciting.
It is.
It's an exciting holiday. What do we have going on this week?
It's Halloween tomorrow.
It's Halloween.
I love Halloween.
I love Halloween too. I think dressing up in a costume is so much fun.
It is. You get to be someone else, get to try out another look.
Yes.
Something you never do. I normally don't wear a beak.
Have you ever dreamed of wearing a beak?
No.
Oh, okay. So this isn't like a dream realized for you.
No.
It's just
a day.
all right. Well, I've always
Beautiful
thought
turkey
being an
day.
astronaut would be great.
It would be.
But I get super motion sick, so I don't think that space is for me.
Probably not.
Yeah, but
Probably not.
I like
but
the
it's
idea
still
of
fun
it,
to dress
so.
up like it.
Exactly.
And we had so much fun for Halloween
my
this
gosh.
weekend at our first trunk or treat.
First trunk or treat ever.
Yes,
How
and it
cool.
was so much fun. The kids had so much fun and
Yes.
so much candy.
So much candy.
We have a little bit left over, but that's not much.
Not enough.
Enough for me to have for breakfast, and that's it.
And then what?
I'll have to buy more.
More candy always.
Always,
and after
all week.
tomorrow, it'll all be discounted. So you can
That's
get
true.
discounted
And the
candy.
kids will go get candy tomorrow, trick-or-treating.
There we go. So your kids will bring some home. Maybe you can't eat candy yet anyway.
No.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, I want to share some pictures in case people didn't make it outside for our trunk-or-treat on
Yes,
Saturday. So let's take a look. Oh, they're so cute.
They are so cute.
Love to see kids in costumes.
Yes, that was so much fun. I cannot wait to do it again next year. It's going to be bigger and better, and it's just going to be so much fun.
It's going to be great.
Great.
Well, tomorrow, the big kids get to dress up
Tomorrow, the big kids get to dress up.
because it is our Freedom Village resident Halloween social.
I love Halloween social. I love seeing what everybody comes in as in their costumes, what all the kinds of creativity things you found in your closet. It's just so much fun. So we cannot wait to celebrate at 3 p.m. in the auditorium with lots of festive treats, festive decorations, and you'll be there in your festive costume. So make sure to join us.
And if they don't have a costume, black or orange will do, right?
Black or orange will do.
Perfect.
Something kind of creepy.
Kind of spooky.
A little spooky. And then Wednesday, this is a busy week. So we've got Halloween on Tuesday.
Yes.
And then this Friday is our annual bazaar. So in order to get ready, we have to do a lot of prep work.
A lot of prep
Which
work.
means that the atrium will not be available for musical reminiscing on Wednesday. So there is no musical reminiscing this week. But we will have a bazaar on Friday, so that is exciting.
Yes, that kicks off 9 a.m. on
Yes.
Friday. Make sure you get down there and check everything out. Continues on Saturday from 9 to 2. Is that correct?
It sure is.
Perfect.
I can't wait to get all the things I wait for every year. Get some scrubbies.
I always get scrubbies. I always get treats from the bake shop.
Oh, and they're so delicious. And then, but back it up a little bit. On Thursday, we have bingo night. So our second bingo night in the auditorium. Come on up. I'll be your bingo caller. We'll have some great prizes. And we'll just have a nice time of treats and bingo and a little friendly competition.
So fun to have bingo back in person again.
Yes, it's so much more fun than doing it on the screen.
Absolutely.
And that is at 7:15 in the auditorium. And then the bazaar.
The bazaar is our week, pretty much.
The bazaar is our week. And I'm sure the Bazaar Committee would tell you that it's the same thing. It's their month.
Yes.
So it is Bazaar on Friday and Saturday. We'll have lots of fun things. We have some fun silent auction raffle items.
Some new stuff this year.
Some new stuff, so make sure you check that out. All the booths have done so much work putting their tables together, so make sure to just go down and look at all the hard work everybody's done this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And invite your friends, invite your family.
Yes, I invite everyone you know to come in. We're open to the public.
Yes.
Well, and since it's Bazaar Week, we are taking a look at Bazaars past and present this week with our interviews. We've got a really awesome interview for you today. We are sat down with Linny Cross, who is the current chair of the Bazaar Committee, and then Claudia Leininger, who was prior to Linny. And so they just talk about both their experiences and how the bazaars looked over the last decade or so.
Good morning. We're here with two lovely ladies who are going to talk to us about their history with the bazaar. Now, the bazaar happens in the fall of the year, I think in November, and we're with Claudia Leininger. And you didn't wear a name tag, so what am I going to call you?
Oh, I got on a rush.
Okay,
okay.
Linny Cross.
I don't have L.
Oh,
on, Claudia?
no, Claudia and Lenny, and the reason they're both here is because they both have an extensive history with the bazaar. And we're going to start with you, Claudia, because you were with the bazaar and managing it for a long time. When did that all start, and how did you get involved with that?
It started in 2012. At the very end of the bazaar, Sammy Birdsell was in charge.
Who was that?
Sammy Birdsell.
Oh.
And she's gone now. She was in charge, and at the end of the bazaar, I happened to be out of town for the bazaar, she said. I asked everyone I could think of if they would take over for me. Now I'm asking you.
At the last minute?
Well, the bazaar had already taken place.
Oh.
So she was now waiting for somebody. She was trying to find someone for the next year, which would have been 2013.
13. Oh, that's 10 years ago.
Right. And I told her that I didn't know what to do, but that I would work with her the first time, and if that went okay, I'd take over. But she had been diagnosed with cancer, and as the year wore on, she was feeling less and less well, and in August she said, I'm not even going to be here for the bazaar, so you have to take over. So that was a quick learning process.
Claudia, what had you done in the bazaar that made her ask you?
Nothing. She was just desperate. Everyone else said they wouldn't do it. I was a newbie, and she thought maybe she could get me to do it.
Well, she must have seen something in you that you were able to do it.
I don't know what it was. I'm sorry.
But it turned out that you
Energy.
took
It's
the
called
job.
energy.
Yeah, creativity.
Maybe. That, yes. Yes, so it turned out, well, I enjoyed it. Actually really loved doing it. So that was the beginning, and my goal always was that each year we'd make more money than the last.
And you did that?
Yes, we did, but we were getting up to where Marcia Schrotenberger was ahead of the activities at the time, and she realized that there may not be much more we can do. We used every space that we could possibly use.
Yes, because you do.
And there was room for no more. And so she said to me, you know, sometimes you reach the top of what can be done. And I had told her once I didn't make more, I was done. But that really didn't enter into my decision in the end. I just needed to have more time for myself.
But it was a success while you were running it.
Yes, and every year we made a little more.
And did you expand it during the time that you were running it?
Oh,
were you
yes.
doing different things that you hadn't
Yes.
done before?
Yes, in the beginning, it started out with just one booth. And I don't know what that is. No one knows what it was. It might have been the books, it might have been bakery, we don't know. But that after that, a lot of people said, I could run a booth. So initially then, as it grew with individuals taking over a booth, and they were
That's right.
obligated to give only 10% of what they made to the bazaar.
Oh,
So
okay.
by the time I started, we still had quite a few booths that were still run by individuals. And as we were getting more and more things that we could display, there was no space. And so we had a meeting and decided that we would not have any individual booths. You can't just say we're only going to have X number because too many people wanted them. So we have it in our minutes that we would only have bazaar items that everyone would contribute to the different booths.
They could
that wanted.
still do what they like to do, but
Yes.
they could just bring it to the bazaar and it would all
And
go
then all
in
that
one
money,
pot. Yeah.
all that money would go
It
for
makes
the
it makes it a little
scholarship.
simpler, yeah, that's right. Because that's what we're working for, the scholarship
Right,
fund. That's
exactly.
really what we're working for.
Exactly. So when I started, I think it was around the first bazaar that I did, I think about $12,000 and then by the time I was done, we were up to 18 or so.
I'm going to ask you a little bit about the quilt. It seems to me, when did that begin, that there was always a big quilt?
That's
hanging?
interesting too, because that started again before I even became involved. And the first quilts that they made were tied. The ladies worked on them and then they were tied. And
Some people don't know what that is, but a quilt now these days, when you put the 3 layers together, you bring it to a quilter and they'll do a machine quilting.
Right.
Or people will do it by hand. But you could tie it like this and tie a little knot, right?
yes, usually maybe a pretty yarn or something, you'd tie a little knot in it and they had to be spaced probably close to 4 inches apart so that it would keep the padding firm.
So how big were these quilts?
I think they were always at least queen size.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about where we stay now. Sometimes they're big enough to be king, but mostly a large queen size, I would say.
And that's a raffle item.
Yes.
And is a lot of money made that way?
Probably between $10 and $1,200.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's great. And that's what that does too for a lot of people. They can contribute to the bazaar in that way, in sewing it,
Yes.
but also in buying the ticket.
Yes.
Now, you left it in what year?
2019.
And you recruited this lady here?
Yes.
What-
I saw her, I recruited her the same way I was recruited. She was new, and I saw her in the craft room quite a few times, cutting out fabrics or doing something. And just in talking to her, I knew she'd had a business, and I thought, aha.
And she said, Lenny, I'd like to talk to you about something. And
Oh,
Lenny said,
yes? What would you like, Joan?
well, let's see.
Now, that's her side of the story.
Oh.
My side of the story was I got off the elevator, and she said, Lenny, could you come over here? Yeah, sure. I thought, what had I done wrong? you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And no, she said, I was thinking a possibility, would you be interested in taking over the chairmanship of the bazaar? I said, hold on a minute. I've only been here since July.
And this was what?
Oh, probably September, August, September, just a few weeks.
Your
So
start.
then I thought, Oh, I don't know. I've never done a bazaar. I've done bizarre things, but never a bazaar. You know, and so then her friend Dennis said one day, have you thought about it yet? Oh yeah, I've been thinking about it, but I can't come up with the right excuse. I just can't seem to. So I'll let you know tomorrow. So I said, tomorrow came, and I said, you know, I can't think of any reason why not. And Claudia said, I will work with you the first year to mentor and help you make, you know, what things need to be done and that kind of thing. And she had wonderful records. I have all of her notebooks with all the records,
really
and I referred
helps.
to those this month, what I was supposed to be doing, you know. And so I took it over, that would have been in 19. And COVID started, I think, the following March.
Oh.
No, it was January.
No, March 13th was when the schools closed.
Oh.
Yeah, March 13th, because I was doing baby book. I mean, no, not baby books. What is it? The book club.
Baggy books.
Pardon?
Baggy books?
Baggy books, not baby. That's close though, wasn't it? Okay. And all of a sudden, the schools closed. Everything closed. Oh, now this is March, and well, what are we going to do about the bazaar? Mm-hmm. So I was informed that, and as we all knew, we were in masks, and that it was going to be totally in-house, that there would be nobody coming in from
That's
the outside.
right. It would have to be all the sales would have come
Yes.
from in-house.
And everybody's, I can't believe it. And I said, I can't either, but that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
You know, and so we continued on the same patterns. We had the bake shop, the jewelry shop, the plant shop, the Christmas shop, babies, books, silent auction,
Treasures?
arts and crafts. Yes, we did. Up and added treasures, what new to you today, and so we had it all. And my girls said, well, did you all buy what you took over?
Yeah,
No, we bought somebody else's, you know, because we were in-house. And that year, I think we did, let me check my records. I did, in 2019, we did 18,146.
And isn't that interesting?
It is
All
very
came
interesting.
from
So
in-house.
during the meantime, people were bringing things down to the table in the arts and crafts room.
Yeah, we have to talk about that in a minute. May I because there is a table down in the arts and crafts room, and very often it's a table like this, and it's loaded with items, things
Yes.
that people bring to you. Tell me about that.
Yes, and we say, you know, we all left with $4,000 square feet houses, you know, that we were
Yeah.
emptying out. We come down to 1,000, 900, 800, whatever, you know. So you got rid of a lot of stuff.
A lot of things.
You know, and
Extra.
so when you got here, you still had too much stuff. So we said, bring your stuff down to the arts. Well, I mean, there was very nice things. So we took out the burp cloths and the dish rags, and we said, let's put in some things. And these things began to sell. And today, they just sell and sell. Then we started quilling cards. And that is a huge part of the revenue for
Right
that,
now,
you know.
it is. That added
And
to it.
so
a
to this
lot.
day, as people move, as people move out, as people come in, the table is always full. And on Monday morning, there's a group of 4 or 5 ladies that do pricing.
They sort it, they look at it, they clean it up.
Yep.
They do what have to. They even do research
And
on it, don't
sometimes
they?
before we can even get it out there, they say, I want to buy that. I said, okay,
I know.
sold.
I did that once.
Okay.
I took it and then I said, how much you want?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And everything is priced so reasonably. I mean, it's a case of we have to move on.
That's, yes.
You know what I mean? You don't wait for, we're not the jeweler downtown or
No.
the retailer downtown.
We're moving it, and we'd like to use it.
And so, anyway, that now has become a part of the Student Scholarship Fund, along with what revenue that we make at the bazaar. So that's all considered in the year. And so we still do the bazaar. We still have people that, and many of them that have, when I took it over from Claudia, that were heading up those booths. We still do.
Yes.
A couple have gone by the
Jewelry,
wayside,
Christmas.
but that's okay, you know, if we've added something else
I
in.
think the baking is very good. I know.
Oh, yes.
I looked in my jelly jar today, and it's just about gone. So I need
It's
some more
about time
jelly.
for Bazaar, isn't it then?
It's time for a bazaar to get some more jelly.
That's right, that's right.
And
And
then-
Al Gibson said he was out gathering blackberries.
Well, that's that's
So
exactly
there
it.
will be jam.
You see, you
jelly.
never know who's going to contribute to that.
No.
It's a
And it could
wonderful.
be pickled beets, it could be pickled beans,
That's right.
sauerkraut.
It could.
It could
that
be.
too.
Also banana bread.
Oh, banana.
Uh-huh.
And
So,
all
I mean,
of
there's
that goes.
a lot. There's a
And,
lot.
and the Christmas booth is
Oh,
always
that's just
very big.
huge.
That is big. People
Uh-huh.
come here with a lot of Christmas decorations, and they give them
And you
to
get rid of your Christmas balls you had on your tree for 20 or 25 years, and you add in what the new ones that you just bought. You know, people do that. You know, so the children's shop, and we have people that are that have moved in that are just lovely knitters and sewers, and oh my goodness, they're just changing that whole children's department. You
I know.
And the books is always huge, and arts and crafts, that craft area. Yes, we have new ideas as new people have moved in. So it just keeps growing, but that's how that's how things grow. We just can't have the same thing year after year, because our people that shop, and most everybody does, they want to see something new ideas.
Oh, one of your new ideas was to have a little buffet
Yes.
so that people can come and have a little breakfast. And that, I think that's something you've added to it.
Yes.
So there's a
yes.
lot of things going on.
So that's kind of where we were, how it evolved, how it just grew. It just grew because it had to grow. It wanted to grow. You know, and so last year, with the total of everything between the pie sale, the bazaar, the peach sale,
That's coming
hot
up.
Long John sale. Remember the Long John sale?
Yeah, we thought we were going to get underwear, but we didn't.
No. But I can remember Terry loaning his long john. Of course, he's 6 foot something. So I mean, they were long. But anyway, make a long story short, it all adds into the total. And so last year it was over 27,000 that was contributed to.
Did you hear that?
the Student
27,000.
Scholarship Fund.
That's very good.
So that's where we are. And we're
Wonderful.
busy working on this year's, which is just 2 months away, November 3 and 4.
Okay, and there's a quilt that's ready to be hung, I'm sure.
Yes, it is. It's done. I have gotten it back from the quilter, sewed the binding on, and out of just some spare time, wanted to know what I was going to do next. I sat down and would hand sew a little bit,
You've been
and then
putting
pick it up again and hand sew, and the binding's on, and we're ready to
It
hang
is? Oh, that's
Yes,
good to
it's
know.
lovely.
Okay.
It's lovely.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, anything more you want to say about the bazaar and about working together? Because your time did overlap with the two of you, and I
Right.
think you still give each other ideas.
I do. I still rely on Claudia. I'll call her, I'll text her, and I'll say, Claudia, I don't remember what we did, or who you contacted. That's usually it.
Yeah.
What was your contact? Who was your contact? And then I can build it from there.
What do you do with
One
the
thing
Yeah.
I would like to add, actually, I did the 2019
Yes, you did.
Bazaar. And then after that, it was up to
Lenny.
Lenny to take over. And she really, we didn't even know if we would be able to have a tiny bazaar,
Right.
even an in-house bazaar in the beginning. So it put a little pressure on her to think out of the box. She wanted to get busy and do something. And I think that Marcia would be very surprised to know that we have gone so far over what she predicted we could
That's
make,
right. That's
because
right.
thinking out of the box was what got Lenny to the point of making the blueberry pies and of having the long johns
And the peach
and
sale
the
coming up,
peaches for-
that's next. All of these
and
things.
people love those things, so
They
it worked
are.
out so well.
Yeah.
And people would ask me, they would say, are we going to be able to have outsiders in? Of course, we were still standing there talking to each other with a mask on. And I'd say, I won't know to the last minute. I mean the last minute when Executive Director Russ says yes or no. Well, as it got closer, it was obvious that it was going to be in-house. So, I mean, I just planned for in-house. There was no if, ands, or maybes.
Well, it's different now, and it's coming up pretty soon. And what is the date for the next bazaar? November?
It is the first weekend in November.
First weekend, always,
So
whatever
it's
that
the third
date
and the
is.
fourth this year.
Well, I wish you a highly successful bazaar, and I know it will be with all the contributions and
Thank
all
you.
the things. And this is a great history that you have given us. And we know this is going to continue too, because we've got a lot of people that want to do this. Thank you so much for being with us, Linnea and
Thank you,
Claudia.
Joe, for having us.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, well, that was so nice to see a little more history of the bazaar and just get us prepped for this Friday. I
Yes.
can't wait for the weekend. It is going to be so much fun and so busy. It's so crazy to watch the atrium transform
It
into
is.
the bazaar world. But
It's a bizarre world.
it is a bizarre world when it's Bazaar Week. So we are so excited. We have to go get busy setting up for the bazaar, so we won't keep you too much longer. But I do have a little nonsense to celebrate the
good.
season. So Halloween
Yes.
is a time of costumes and candy. So I'm wondering what your favorite Halloween candy
Ooh,
is.
that's a hard one. I like a classic Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good one.
classic. I see. I see.
What about yours?
Well, see, I'm kind of mad at you right now because you just stole my answer. But I like Reese's peanut butter cup. Not the mini ones,
No.
and the pumpkin ones are acceptable. But I like the classic peanut butter cup. They're the best.
I like those and put them in the freezer or the fridge so that the edges get a little bit firmer.
Oh, they're so delicious.
See, we could just share peanut butter
We
cups.
could, yeah. One bite
Perfect.
for me, one bite for you.
I was thinking we'd each get our own cup.
Oh, that works
Or
too.
we can Lady and Tramp a peanut butter cup.
We could do either.
It's Monday morning, and you know what that means. It's time for Nonsense. Nonsense with Noah. Let's hit the halls.
Oh, good morning. I have a question for you. Sure. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Anything chocolate.
Anything chocolate. I have some options in here. For answering our question, you get your pick. I know, it's like reverse trick or treat. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Oh, the peanut butter cup or
Oh,
whatever
the
it's
Reese's
called.
peanut butter cups?
yeah,
Those are my favorite too. Could you tell us what your favorite kind of Halloween candy is?
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy? Megan?
I really like those kind of like gummy burgers and stuff.
Oh, like the Krabby Patty ones? Those are so cute. Well, for answering, you can pick a Halloween candy. I don't have either of those options in there though, so that's a bummer.
Cowtails are pretty good.
On the elevator? Yeah. Okay. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
Hands down Reese's.
That is a winner. I don't have one in here, but you're welcome to a candy if you'd like.
It's okay. Oh, I'll take a Butterfinger.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Always Reese's peanut butter.
Reese's
cups.
peanut butter cups? That's
Regardless of the season.
always.
Always.
Always. Yeah, that's fair. Candy?
I have to say Twix.
Twix? I have Twix in here, so you can have a Twix. I don't have peanut butter cups, but
You can come back.
favorite Halloween candy?
Snickers.
Snickers? Perfect. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Mine too. Favorite Halloween candy?
I don't know if it's necessarily Halloween candy, but I would say Reese's peanut butter cups.
It counts.
Okay.
I don't have one of those, but I have like Twix or Butterfingers or Three Musketeers.
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger? What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Twix.
Twix? I have a Twix in here. It's yours. So anyway, that is what we have for you this week. We hope you have a great Halloween. We are so excited to celebrate the bazaar, and that's all we have. So that's Ashley,
That's Noah.
and this has been the Monday Morning Show. We'll see you next week. Bye.